Good day. Here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government partners African Cultural Festival to drive tourism and deepen diaspora ties. Federal government to unveil Africans for Africa Fund for mining, tourism sector. On the foreign scene, Uganda military helicopter crashes at Somalia airport in sport. Super Eagles defender Bright Osai Samuel expresses optimism over Nigeria's World Cup qualification. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State government has announced a strategic partnership with the African Cultural Festival ahead of its 2025 edition. The International Cultural Exchange themed Africa to the World. Culture, creativity and collaboration will begin with countdown activities across Lagos in July and lead up to a major festival in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on September 19 and 20. Speaking on the initiative, Special Advisor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Tourism, Arts and Culture, Idris Aregbe said the collaboration is necessary to keep reinforcing Lagos' global cultural presence while deepening diaspora engagement and economic impact. According to Aregbe, Lagos would be represented by a delegation of creatives, entrepreneurs and innovators who are passionate about culture and its global relevance. The 2025 festival is expected to attract African and diaspora leaders, United States legislators, global creatives and stakeholders across culture, media and enterprise. The Lagos State House of Assembly has summoned key officials from the Otuawori local council development area over a leadership crisis following the death of the council's substantive chairman, Musbau Ashafa. According to a letter read at plenary by the clerk of the House, Olalekan Ofeko, the council's vice chairman, Karim Abiodun, declined to step in as a substantive chairman, citing his interest in contesting the upcoming local government elections scheduled for July 12. Reacting to the situation, the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, declared that Abiodun must either resign to pursue his political ambition or fulfill his constitutional duty by stepping into the leadership role. He noted that under the amended Local Government Administration Law of 2025, any vice chairman who assumes the office due to the death or removal of the chairman is deemed to have served a full term. Obasa further warned Abiodun to exercise caution in handling council resources, stressing that any financial missteps could haunt him if elected as chairman. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lokoberry, has tasked oil operators in the country to unlock untapped assets and convert dormant licenses into measurable output. Lokoberry gave the task in Abuja at the ongoing 2025 Nigeria Oil and Gas Energy Week. He emphasized that the country would no longer tolerate underperformance and dormant asset in the oil and gas sector, and as such, operators must re-enter shut-in wells. The minister directed oil operators in the country to step up production or face re-evaluation of their partnerships. He said the government is prepared to re-evaluate existing partnerships in the oil and gas sector to ensure they align with national objectives for resource development and economic value creation. Lokoberry said the federal government remains resolute in its drive to boost national production and as such will ensure that maximum value is derived from upstream assets currently held by operators. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government is set to unveil a bold financing initiative known as the Africans for Africa Fund to mobilize capital within the continent for the development of Africa's mining and natural resource sectors. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, said this during a briefing ahead of the 2025 African Natural Resources and Energy Investment Summit, AFNIS, scheduled for July 15 to 17 at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. And like I said, the fund aims to harness African capital for African priorities, with a focus on industrialization, resource beneficiation, and strategic investment across the solid minerals value chain. He noted that the fund would be one of the key highlights of the fourth edition of AFNIS, which has now grown into Africa's flagship platform for investment, matchmaking, cross-sector dialogue, and long-term strategic partnerships in the extractives industry. Nigeria's insurance industry has taken a historic step towards deepening public trust and awareness with the launch of the maiden edition of Insurance Week, a collaborative initiative designed to bridge the information gap between providers and the public. The initiative, which brought together key players including regulators, underwriters, brokers, agents, and students, aims to tackle the industry's long-standing challenges of low insurance penetration and poor public perception. Speaking at an event to mark the week in Lagos, the 52nd president of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, CIIN, Yetunde Ilori, said the week-long activities were born out of a need for industry-wide reflection and renewed engagement with Nigerians. According to Ilori, the initiative, which cuts across different demographics and sectors, is aimed at educating individuals, families, and business owners on how insurance can serve as a crucial safety net.
But before now, we just talk about insurance, but we need feedback. Do you really understand what we're saying? Where and how can you get what we want you to buy? And where we do not even have what you want, we can take it back and as an industry, look at it. How can we serve these people better? So beyond just getting people to know that there's something called insurance, we want to take it beyond that and say, be educated and knowledgeable enough to be able to take a decision.
Also speaking, Commissioner for Insurance and CEO of the National Insurance Commission, NICOM, Olusegun Omosheyin, describes the Insurance Week as a program designed to create national consciousness about the relevance of insurance in everyday life. Omosheyin added that even a basic third-party motor insurance, often purchased simply to avoid penalties, actually offer real protection against public liability, a fact that many Nigerians remain unaware of.
Now, the National Insurance Commission is that agency of the federal government that is responsible for administration, supervision, and the growth of the insurance sector. So I work for the government. So what we are doing is to now collaborate with the operators to let Nigerians better appreciate and understand what insurance is. And where they do have issues, we are in charge of consumer protection. They should report to us as, the regulators. But the reality of our situation in Nigeria is that people still do not understand what insurance is all about. And that's what this whole week is being earmarked for, to educate the populace, to educate Nigerians.
On his part, Chairman of the Nigerian Insurance Association, NIA, Kunle Hamid, highlighted the feedback-oriented focus of the initiative and announced an InsurTech hackathon to encourage innovation among young professionals, challenging them to design products that speak to the realities of modern consumers. He speaks more on plans to reward practitioners who have contributed to the growth of the insurance industry.
We'll also, during the week, reward practitioners that we believe have done a couple of things in the course of the year, propagating insurance as an industry, and specifically propagating the distribution of insurance, or the awareness of insurance in Nigeria. So these are the reasons why we have come up with the Insurance Week.
That was the chairman of the Nigerian Insurance Association, Kunle Hamid. On the foreign scene now, a Ugandan military helicopter with 8 people on board has crashed at the main international airport in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. Reports say a fire broke out after the helicopter crashed at the Aden Ade International Airport, but it had been quickly contained by the emergency services. Video footage showed plumes of smoke rising from the airport. The cause of the crash and the casualty figures are unclear. Head of the Somali Civil Aviation Authority, Hamid Malim, said the helicopter had come down in the airport's military section after flying in from Baligdou Air Base in the lower Shabelle region. Malim said an investigation is underway to establish the cause of the death of the crash. In sport now, Super Eagles defender Bright Osai Samuel has expressed optimism that Nigeria will win all the remaining games and qualify for the 2025 World Cup. The three-time African champions are in a precarious position in their qualifying group, sitting in fourth place and trailing leaders South Africa by 6 points. With only 4 matches left to play, the pressure is mounting for the Eagles to deliver a stellar performance to enhance their chances of qualification for the World Cup, to be jointly hosted by USA, Canada and Mexico. Speaking at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin, the Nigerian international side, the Eagles can still qualify for the biggest football showpiece in the world. Osai Samuel described the coach as fantastic, saying that the Super Eagles in an international friendly curtailed the Russian national team, who is said had not lost their last 6 to 7 games. And that's it on the news at noon. But just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicle before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on my Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youth on the theme Agripreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has announced a strategic partnership with African Cultural Festival ahead of its 2025 edition. The federal government is set to unveil a bold financing initiative known as Africans for Africa Fund to mobilize capital within the continent for the development of Africa's mining and natural resource sectors. We also told you that a Ugandan military helicopter with 8 people on board has crashed at the main international airport in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. And finally, in sports, Super Eagles defender Bright Samuel Osai has expressed optimism that Nigeria will win all the remaining games and qualify for the 2026 World Cup. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon. Up next is Lunchtime Waka with MCIs and Timitope Boma. Put aside.
Your home for timely, reliable, accurate, dynamic, innovative, and objective traffic reports. That's why we are your T Radio on 96.1 dial. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
We begin our journey with a green light. Full speed, ahead we go. And then, those roadblocks, dead stops, traffic gridlock. Decisions are thought out thoroughly, cautiously being moved. The road may not be smooth, but it's time to evaluate which way to go. Each road is ours to take. And because we care about your journey, we are always there to guide you through it. Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
This message is brought to you by Mike Frost and Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Obey the rules and regulations of the road for your own safety. Know the drive like say you get extra life for house. If you go, you don't go be that. Now people know for see you again be that. Why you dey follow one way when you day on call and you know say you don't drink beer before? Save your life, take them easy. Obey traffic laws, know the rules, follow the rules, and the rules will protect you. Know the rules, follow the rules, the rules will protect you. You better make you late than make you late. Life no get back to. If you drink, don't drive. If you must drive, don't drink. Save your life, take them easy. Obey traffic laws.
You're listening to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
My dear people, Bodo Lagos, Nami be Dr. Ibijoke Sonwolu, First Lady and TB champion for Bodo Lagos. Shey you sabi say na 18 Nigerians tuberculosis dey kill every 1 hour, and say many more Lagosians dey for risk for this disease every day. Na through coughing and sneezing, tuberculosis dey spread from person to person. Your health dey important to me. So therefore, if you don dey cough for more than 2 weeks, you get chest pain, you dey tire, you lose weight, you dey sweat seriously for night, abeg go the hospital.